Hello there, Facebook Live people and YouTubers. I say that because I'm gonna probably repost this on my YouTube channel later. I found it's just easier to do it that way than make two separate videos. That's okay. Man, the weather has turned poopy, poopy, poopy. Rain, rain, rain. A little earlier today, I had a prospective customer stop by with his 2018 Tesla. Pretty neat little cars. I've never seen one before up close. He wants a ceramic coating on it. He tried to do it himself. He washed it real good. He said he clay barred it. And then he just put, I forget what brand, it was some entry-level brand, ceramic coating on there, and it didn't work right, as you might expect. It streaked and had a lot of cloudy spots. So on his, I'm gonna have to take all that off, redo it, give it a good little, probably a one-step buffing, and reapply. But back to my car. You guys may remember I was strip washing it, blah, 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 all that yesterday. And yesterday evening, after I did the optimum no rinse on it and all that and dried it and paint prepped it, I was out of paint prep, so I used my isopropyl alcohol and distilled water mix to paint prep it with. I don't know if that was a wise move, but it was what I had to do. So anyway, I'm going to order me some new paint prep. There's several different types of that. There's solvent-based, water-based, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get some of that that doesn't leave any residue behind. Hey, Gary, just talk about what I had done yesterday, what I was going to do today, even at this poopy weather. All it does is rain, rain, rain around here, I think. Hey, Stephanie, how are you, hon? And I was telling everybody, Steph, that this morning I had a customer come by in a white new Tesla that he had tried applying some entry-level ceramic coating on it himself. I forget what it was, and it messed up. It didn't do right. So I'm gonna have to strip all that off of his car, and I'm gonna reapply the DPC shield on it for him and probably top it with armor. This is my car, 98 Mustang GT, new motor in it and all that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. But I went through a bunch of steps yesterday, you know, the typical strip washing, all that to get ready. I recently put the Optimum Clear Coat Restorer on it, Steph, because this is an El Cheapo Mako paint job, which was on the car when I bought it 3 or 4 years ago, and I just decided I wanted the challenge of just try to make it look as good as possible. I'm telling you, the Clear Coat Restorer, that is good stuff for poor paint jobs or failing paint jobs. But anyway, yesterday evening I reapplied over the top of that my DPC Shield ceramic coating, and I messed up, Stephanie, because I had gotten a new bottle in recently, but I still had some in the old bottle, and I decided, what the heck, I'll try to use that up. That was a mistake, because that bottle probably about 6 months old, and I using it on the roof and the hood, and it did not come out well at all. It's just too old, I think. So the sides and all that I did with the new bottle, it's fine. But I don't know what I'm going to do about the hood and the roof. I'm having a problem getting it to cure properly. Also, I think because of all this excessive humidity, even though I've turned my climate control stuff on in here to help. But I was going to walk in here in just a minute and show what's going on with this hood. And I like to wait. I was going to put 2 coats on it and so forth. I like to wait at least 24 hours when I can, even though Scott says you only have to wait 4 to put a second coat on there. but obviously I'm gonna have to strip this and that before I can and go back and put an initial coat on there and fix my boo-boo. I was just experimenting around, so it's okay. It's okay. Hey, Miss Benita, how you been doing here? Good to see you on here. But I still haven't done my wheels and tires yet. I'll get to that later. Nor the glass, which is okay because I keep it maintained. But I wanted to step in here and show y'all some, if I can pick it up, I've got all my lights on in here, what this hood looks like with the old shield that I tried to use up, which was a mistake, but I thought it might be, but I didn't. It didn't really matter. But you can see right here where it's not curing, Jimmy. It's not curing. See how it just smears with my finger on it? That shouldn't be doing that. I don't know if y'all can pick it up, but there's a lot of smears in it. See the streaking there? That's from using right there, and some probably there's some over here. That's what comes from trying to stretch your product too long. That old ceramic coating, I should have just threw it in the trash and started off with new. Lesson learned, but it was just an experiment. I'll just buff this off right quick and start from scratch. Buff it off real quick, paint prep it, and I'll just reapply it. Not a big deal to me, not a big deal. But one thing I was going to show y'all, I also, because you could put this stuff on plastic and glass. Now, I've tried it on the glass before. I didn't like the way it behaved on glass. They make specific stuff engineered just for glass. Hey, Miss Nita, how you doing? Is it raining down there in Florida too? But what I did was I put some, I can't remember if I put the new bottle or the old stuff. Just as an experiment, I put some on that vent cowl, which is in terrible shape. You can see the cracks there. I'm going to try to fix that just to see if I can, because a new one of those is a couple $100. And as you can notice, I took the windshield wipers off so I could get down in there to that. It looks better than it did. I also put ceramic coating on the rear view side mirrors, which are plastic. See, just in case you didn't believe me, I put some on my antenna, which needs repainting, by the way. But the rest of the car turned out okay with the new stuff. See, that thing looks like I repainted it, but I didn't. I just put a little. It took another few seconds just to put some on there. Made a big difference. It already looked pretty good because I had cleaned them up. And I mean, down the side and all where I put the new bottle of ceramic coating on, that's all turned out fine. I'll see if I can come in here a little bit for y'all so you can see it. As you can see, my glass is pretty good. I just cleaned it off real quick with that Optimum no rinse, rinseless wash stuff and dried it real good, and it looks fine. Fine. Hey, Kevin Fuller, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, I still haven't done the wheels and tires yet. Maybe I'll do those here in a little bit. I'm considering putting the ceramic coating on my wheels, but I think to do that properly, Kevin, I don't know what you think about it. I'd be interested in seeing or hearing what you got to say about it, Kevin. I think I'm going to have to take those off the car to do that properly, to get inside the lug nut holes and that kind of stuff. I mean, the rest of it I can access pretty good with them on the car. And I guess I could just take 3 or 4 of the lugs off, do it, put them back on, and take the last one off. I don't know. What do you suggest, Kevin? But typically when I do a deep reconditioning on wheels, I remove them from the vehicle. I mean, I have tools and stuff where when I'm cleaning them, I can get down in the wheel barrels, which these are so wide. It's still a good reach in there, but to get it properly, you really have to take the wheel off of the car to get that to scrub it down real good and get rid of all that brake dust and all that other junk that gets on them. What do you say, Kevin? You think I need to take them off to ceramic coat them? I'll be interested to see how it works on the wheels, how it looks. Just another curiosity experiment for me. Yeah, I got to put my windshield wipers back on, but I might repaint them while I have them off. They need a little spiffing up. I had, about a couple years ago, I repainted them, but I used some cheap Duplicolor paint, and it looked okay for about a year or so, and that's all you can really expect out of that cheap paint. And they need to be redone, which ain't a big deal. It won't take long. It's more pain in the butt waiting on them to dry before you put them back on, especially in this weather with all this high humidity. And I think that's one thing that's slowing down the curing process on this ceramic coating is all the moisture in the air. But as you can see, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's some streaking. There's some right over there where I tried to use up the remnants of a bottle of ceramic coating, Kevin. And I should have known better. I should just throw that away and open the new bottle, which I ultimately did for the sides, the back, and the front, and it's fine. I think this bottle was just gone bad because once you open that stuff, it doesn't have a very long shelf life once you open it. You know, in a bottle of that stuff is it's not that expensive. It's about 50 bucks, the DPC Shield. But it goes a long way. See, you can really see the cloudy area and streaking on my hood now from trying to use that old stuff. It's not curing. It looked fine when it went on, but it's not curing. I think it's just old. So I'll just, real quick, I'll buff that off. I'll paint prep it again, and I'll just reapply the new stuff. Here, I was going to show y'all. I think I may have put it away. That bottle of DPC Shield, I don't know how much it's got in it, but it's about that tall, about yay big around. But you could probably do 5, 6 vehicles with that one bottle. So, I mean, if you're a DIYer and you're going to put it on, you know what? I'd line up 2 or 3 cars, your wife's car, your sister's car, your mom and dad's car, and do all of those, you know, within a month. I think probably 3 months is about all you can expect shelf life out of an opened bottle of it. Once I've extended that a little bit, because once I finish, I seal it back up real good. I put it inside of a freezer bag that seals after I've squeezed all the air out of it, and I put it in my refrigerator along with some of my other car care products. I don't know what that is. I think that's just the line from that light up there. I don't think that's anything in the paint, because I can see it on camera, but I can't see it in person. But Kevin, I was telling everybody, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I also put the ceramic coating on that vent cowl and the rear view mirrors, because they say you can put it on plastic, and it worked extremely well. I must say, I've tried it on glass before, did not like it. Did not like it on glass. Too hard to work with, too hard to get the streaks out and get it clear. And so I don't really, it's not really designed for glass anyway. Now you could put it on your headlight lenses, which I've done before, and it works out perfectly fine. And folks, in case you're wondering, what the hell is he talking about with a ceramic coating? What it is, people, is something that you apply to your vehicle in place of your traditional wax or sealant. And the primary advantage, I think, in my opinion, of ceramic coating over wax is longevity. A good wax or sealant will last you a matter of months. A ceramic coating, if you maintain it properly, will last you a matter of years, not months. That's a huge difference. Plus, it protects better against UVA, UVB rays. It protects better against scratching. It protects better against all these contaminants that you end up with on your paint, from the fall out in the air, and bugs and birds and, you know, brake dust and all this crap that gets on your car. Like, I was watching a high level detailer here not too long ago, and he tested some rainwater that he caught in a bucket. He's got a chemistry background, and there were like 25 or 30 different chemicals in the rainwater. Now, rainwater is very pure when those droplets form up in the atmosphere, but as they come down, they pick up a lot of crap, apparently, as they fall through our atmosphere. And particularly, who knows what you're getting on the splash up from the roadway. All kind of stuff. So you've got to get that stuff off. You have to. But the ceramic coating provides a better level of protection against all that stuff. It's what we call a sacrificial layer. Will that stuff damage the ceramic coating? Yes, it will. But the ceramic coating is fairly easy to remove and just reapply if you need to. That way you've protected your clear coat, you've protected your paint. Because, Kevin, when the car comes from the factory, in the first 5 years, so they tell me, your clear coat loses half of its UV protection abilities. And another 5 years, it loses another half. So if you've got a car that's 5 or 10 years old, you need to do something. So either keep wax or sealant on it or put a ceramic coating on it. And now they've come out with some new stuff I'm still looking into. It's called graphene. I swear, about the time I pretty much learned one product they come out with, then they come out with something else. But that stuff right now, it is available, but super expensive, which is like most things. I'm sure once it's been out for a while, it'll come down in price, but I'm like, not something else to learn about. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, let's see, you can really see the cloudiness in that. It's not curing properly. It's streaking and it's not curing. That's where I put the old stuff. And I'm pretty sure that is what's responsible for this. But actually, it'll take me maybe 10 minutes to get all that off and then paint prep it, which is spray the paint prep on, wipe it off, let it dry, and then I'll just put some new ceramic coating on it and it should be fine. You know, that black hood, I don't know, it was black when I bought the car, and black paint is, some of you may know, is the most difficult to work with. I guarantee you the rest of this paint has probably got just as many micro scratches and contaminants, and some of it has embedded. You can see a spot right there where I've had something get into it before I even bought the car. Nothing I can do about that except repaint the car. But I did put that Optimum Clear Coat Restorer over it, which will keep it from getting any worse. But on the red, you don't see it. On the black, you do. I guarantee you they're pretty much about the same, even on the roof. But with the black paint, it's just a trick of the eye. The way the light reflects off of different colors, and black paint cures differently than other color paints. But it's up there just like it is down here. You just can't see it as well up there as you can down here on the hood. That's all it is. That's why I like working on white cars. Man, white's the most forgiving color of all. But it is hard to make white paint get the shine that black or red or dark blue or something like that gets, maroon. It's just harder to make it shine. And that's where ceramic coating really comes into its own, especially when you top it with Shield, DPC Shield, which is specifically engineered to go on top of the DPC Shield ceramic coating. You put armor over the top of the shield. You got to be careful what you put on top of these products. They've got to be designed to work with each other, because of the chemical makeup sometimes is different from one company to another. The mixtures are different, the ratios are different, and sometimes they'll fight each other because you're getting a chemical reaction there from two products that weren't designed to go with each other. So the short lesson of that is, whenever you begin to do your car, for the most part, try to stay in the same family or company of products when you can, or at least research it a little bit and make sure they're not going to react to each other. And sometimes you have to go pull the label off the internet because they don't really tell you everything on the bottle label that's in there. You have to look it up. You know, what do they call that? The MLS label. I forget it at the moment, but you can usually pull those and check out, make sure you're not using chemicals that are going to fight with each other. And I think we've probably all been there. I know I have. But anyway, thanks you people for watching. All right, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do now. Oh well. Hey, Mr. Jerry Key, how you doing, brother? How you doing? How's your wife doing? Good deal. Jerry, I was just showing everybody what I've been doing to this Mustang this time. Of course, this is my Mustang, and it's got a cheap Mako paint job on it. It was on there when I bought the thing, Jerry, but I just like to play around and experiment with my car with different stuff. And yesterday I did strip washing and all that to it. Pulled it in the garage here, did a rinseless wash, and then I paint prepped it. And then I had a couple of bottles of ceramic coating here. One was brand new, and then I had a little bit left in an old bottle. And I tried to see if I could use the old stuff, which was beyond the recommended shelf life of it once you open it. It was a mistake, Jerry. It was a mistake. I should have just took that old bottle, threw it in the trash, and just went to the new bottle. I put the old stuff on the hood and the roof, and then I swapped over to the new for the rest of the car. And now the rest of the cars turned out pretty fine, but I'll step in again. Some of these people have already seen this, but you can see streaking and cloudy areas in that paint. That's where this ceramic coating is not curing properly. So it's not a big deal. I'll just take me about 10 minutes. I'll buff it back off real quick and then paint prep it, and I'll reapply the new stuff. It'll be fine. But just me playing around. And and not too long ago, Jerry, I put the, hey Linda, I put the Optimum Clear Coat Restorer on it. That is good stuff. Really good stuff. What it is essentially, not essentially, what it is a wipe-on self-leveling clear coat. Good stuff for certain vehicles. Not all cars need it, but if your paint job's kind of bad, like this one, cheap Mako paint job, not complaining about Mako. I mean, I don't know how long this paint's been on there, but when I bought it, it was awful, awful, awful. It took a lot of work for me to make it look halfway decent, and I've just took it as a challenge and experiment on it a lot. So, but I mean, it don't look too bad. And I'm considering, Jerry, is putting the ceramic coating on my wheels. They say it can be done. We'll find out. And they say you could put it on plastic, so I put it on the vent cowl, and those plastic side rear view mirrors, Jerry, work like a charm. Man, those things, it improved them more than 50%, I would say. And now they're super protected. They say you can also put it on glass. I've tried that, Jerry. I don't like the way it does on glass. They make specific products just for glass coatings and protectants and that, and those work way, way, way better. Of course, they won't have the longevity, I don't think, of a ceramic coating. See, this ceramic coating, if I leave it alone, if you maintain it properly, Jerry, the way I've done it, will probably last about 4 years, as opposed to wax. Your traditional waxes or sealants, which will last a matter of months. Some people don't believe that, but trust me, Trust me, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, Richard, you're back again. Good to see you back, brother. Good to see you back. You tuned in just as I'm getting ready to go off the air here. Oh, man. Hopefully in a day or two, that fellow that come by this morning wanting an estimate on ceramic coating his new Tesla, it'll clear up enough for him that he wants me to do that. I told him it's going to take a couple of days, just mainly due to curing time. You know, I'm still waiting on that 24-hour period. I'm really close. See, 22 hours and 36 minutes. I'm close, probably close enough. Even with all this humidity in the air, Richard, it slows down the curing, even though I am in the garage and I've got the heater going and all that kind of stuff. Not for my comfort, but for the products. You know, they work best within a certain humidity range and within a certain temperature range. It gets too cool, too hot, too dry, too wet. The process slows way down or it just doesn't work at all. All right, folks, thank you again for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up or comment, tell me where you're watching from, all that kind of stuff, and I would definitely appreciate it. Stay tuned and I'll bring you back when I fix that. All right, folks, have a good one. Goodbye.